Hi guys, good morning, beautiful people. How we doing? How was our day? How are we going? So this thoughts by Renee, and I wish to thank everyone that have subscribed to my channel, guys. I appreciate you, and for all those that haven't yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Thank you so much. And so today I have a very short topic I want to discuss. Is something concerning, the things that we do at times that affect generations after us. Is something that, I'm sure that is going to, speak to us in one way or the other. And so my text is going to be taken from First Kings 18 from verse 17. This place is talking about Elijah and Ahab. Ahab was the king of Israel at that time. So Elijah was the prophet of God. And it was unfortunate that there was no, good relationship between them, because a king is someone that is important and a prophet is also important as well. So if they had been able to, be in good terms, it would have all go well for the nation as a whole. But unfortunately, it wasn't so. And so First Kings 18 says, 18 from 17, when Ahab saw Elijah, he said to him, "Is that you, you troubler of Israel?" Elijah replied, "I have not made trouble for Israel, but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commandments, the Lord's commands, and have followed the Baal." You see, you can read the whole place or read the following pages. This place, there was an exchange of words. Elijah has been, I've not seen the king for some while because he was, like avoiding him. And finally now, when they now meet, Ahab asked him, why now? Is it today that these people want to clear the garden? Oh, please don't pay attention to that noise. So Ahab asked him and said, is it you that have been troubling Israel? So he asked the prophet, he told the prophet that the prophet is the one that have been troubling the nation. You understand? But the prophet Elijah said that he is not the one, but it's Ahab's house, its family, because they abandoned the Lord's commandment. So because they abandoned God's commandment and they followed after other gods, they now brought trouble upon the nation of Israel. Are you getting me now? So what I'm basically trying to bring out here is that when we abandon God's commandments, we are the one, troubling ourselves. We are the one troubling the nation, the people under us. We are the one, causing trouble. Because when we say we are not going to follow after God, we are not going to do what God says, we are not going to worship God, we don't know God, just as Pharaoh said. We also, what happened? That because he resisted God, he refused to acknowledge God. We saw the destruction that happened to Egypt. We saw the plagues, the trouble, the evil that befell them. So as any man, woman, anybody in a position of authority, maybe in an organization, maybe in your family, maybe in that area where you are in one position of leadership or the other, and you refuse to acknowledge God, you refuse, to live right, then you are directly bringing trouble, unfortunately, not only on yourself, but even on those that are under you. Are you getting me now? So the people that troubled troubled nations, trouble, even descendants yet unborn, are those people that refuse to, follow after the things of God. We know Africa as a whole. We all came from there. We saw the troubles that is still befalling that nation. Why? Because many of our, for our fathers, for our ancestors, they did a lot of evil. They followed after other gods. They didn't worship the true God. They enslaved descendant and generation after them because of their idol worshiping one way or the other. Yes, it was done in ignorance. It was done, some not because, it was intentionally. They thought maybe they were helping their family, they were helping, their society. And they covenanted with gods and, and things. But later on, we see the impact, the consequences on their children, on their descendants. Many families tomorrow still have to undergo family deliverances because of what their forefathers had done. A lot of people are in one battle or the other today because of what their great-grandparents did. So I've come to call us as parents, as leaders, to please be conscious of the decisions we take in life. Because many things we do, we are laying a foundation for our children. We are laying a foundation, for them. Some family today, they don't have any problem. Everything they do prosper. They don't struggle. They don't, have to pray and break and, cast. No. Everything is just smooth sailing. Because of what their fathers have done, they have already paid the price. Whilst others have to, undergo one fasting, one, deliverance session after the other. I myself, I am an example of this. I know the time, the efforts it took me to be who I am today, to be alive even today. Yes, my parents did all these things in ignorance. I know, and I forgive them. But it wasn't easy getting to where I am today. Because those things they did, those things we have, they will be claiming you. They will be saying that you belong to them. You have to, follow after what has been said already. Are you getting me now? God is my weakness. I come to this place. I'm not going to seek for views or for popularity. No. I have come to impart one person on the other to the way of life, to the way of light and of God. Because it will be a shame, it will be a pity that after all I have seen that I will not keep quiet. I can't even keep quiet about the goodness of the Lord in my life. Because I am a witness. I am a product of God's grace and goodness. I am telling you seriously. I know you have your own testimony and it's all different levels. But I know from where God brought me out. From the lion's mouth. From death itself. From shame and from, afflictions. So why won't I praise this God? Why won't I, proclaim him and, talk about him? If somebody have done you good, is it not only natural that you should say it? So guys, please, let's be careful of what we are all doing. Even those that, are not yet parents or whatsoever, please be careful of the foundation you will lay for your children. Me, everything I do, I'm very, very particular because I know that, righteousness is a cheat for you, is a cheat for your family. Whatever you lay down today, your children are coming to repay it. You are a priest in your home, in your nation, in that society you are, in that organization. You have to intercede for people. You have to lift people up in prayer, especially Jerusalem, which is your own family, your own household first. So how can you do that if you are, serving other gods or going after other gods? When the Bible has said, I think in Deuteronomy 5:9, that, the Lord will bring the punishments of even the parents upon even to the third and fourth generation of them that hate him. Because when you serve other gods, you are telling God you hate him. You don't, have anything to do with him. You are bringing condemnation on yourself and your descendant yet unborn. The other day, I don't know whether was it last month here, I wake up from this dream, and in that dream, the parents, I know it was, those ancestral something. And it was, I don't know whether, I don't think it was for me or anything anyway. But he was saying in that dream, the young man was telling the parents there that, he has gotten this position, he's going to, be in this promotion and something. And the parents, I don't even know them, they were sitting down, a man and a woman elderly, and they were telling the young man, no, you can't do that. That it has been done, it has been settled that nobody in that family was supposed, to live, to be higher than what they are. No, none of them were supposed to be, to reign, to rule. They were supposed to be servants. God is my witness. I'm not, I don't lie. I can't lie, because lying is a sin. They were telling in that dream that no, he wasn't supposed to do that. So that kind of person now in real life, all his effort in life will be in vain, because it has been done already, maybe centuries before him, that family weren't supposed to rise above any, the position of the tail. That means they were supposed to be servants, to be slaves, and, to be serving others. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So some people, you see them fighting morning till evening, doing what after another, yet nothing. Please don't trouble your family. Don't trouble your children and your grandchildren after you. Because they have done all those things, they've died, because I'm sure they were ancient, they have died. It was just a revelation. I was trying to, pick out what exactly, who is he referring to? Please, guys, our God is a good God. All of his commandments is for our good. Yes, it may not be easy to accept some of them at times, but if you can accept it, because he will not ask you to do what you cannot do. And when you finally accept it, in the long run, you will say that it's for your own good. You will be glad for it at the end. You understand me? All his ways are ways of life. When people go covenanting with God, other gods and everything, they are bringing affliction, they are bringing bondage, slavery to their household and to their nation. Look at a king. A king, have rule over the people. Whatever he says is law. Anything he puts in law is what people will do. You are a king, you are a prince in your own house. Do things and put all laws that will benefit your children, even descendants after you. I don't know how to say this more. May God bless us. May God help us. May we never, do things that will compromise the glorious destiny of our own future, or that of our, children and descendants to come. May we not cause God to hate us and be against us. In any area we've missed story, may God have mercy on all of us and redirect our paths. But above all, may we have a heart, the heart of God, the heart that seek after the things of God. And may He enable us to always live for Him and do His way. In Jesus' name. So guys, have a blessed day. Love you so much. Bye bye. See you soon.